friends, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. It's a new year and a new week. Happy New Year, guys. So it's a new week, week 15 in a new year. We're still going, yes, and we kind of been dragging this on, but I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. So we are working on Skulliver. Skulliver is from Legit Kits, linked up here in the top. And if you don't want to do the Skulliver, they have so many to choose from. So check them out, because this so long does not mean you have to do the Skulliver. You can do whatever one you want. This is just the basis of me keeping everything in order and showing you how to do it. So this week, we will be doing pages 92, 93, 94, 95, which is probably the easiest piece because it's a big piece of black. 96 and 97. So 92 through 97, 6 pages this week. There's so many little ones per page, so I really don't want to overwhelm the video. I do have to say, it takes 48 minutes usually to do 6 pages for me, which is, that doesn't count the cutting out of everything. So just know, if I would have kept everything in the videos like I did in the beginning, this would be taking forever. So you would just be watching really long videos. So we've dialed it down, and now we're just working on piecing our blocks. Soon, actually, we're piecing our pieces, because soon we will be piecing our blocks together, and then it's like smooth sailing from there. So we're going to get on. Scotty already pulled out all of my colors. I just need to cut them out. We're working on all blues and all magentas and purples and red colors. So I'm really excited, because when I look at my Skulliver chart, I'm like, oh, hey, this is the section I'm in, because I see only blues on the pieces. So I'm getting excited that I'm getting so close to the end of ready to put all this together and create something out of it. So with that being said, we're going to get started with the sewing of all of our pieces. So I'm just going to skip to that. And don't forget, have a happy new year. And I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, here we are. So we have everything we need right here to get working. So first things first, we're going to grab a piece. Now, remember, I don't know what pages these came from, because there were so many of them. We're going to grab our first piece. I have them stacked one with whatever how many pieces are on here to the bottom. Put those right here in the throat space. And we are going to fold. The first thing is we're working on F8E. And we need to fold all of our lines, and then we'll get started. So just fold. Oops. Yeah. The paper wanted to slide on me this time. So we're just going to fold these lines. There's so many pieces for this little piece of paper. They're small. Small, small, small. All right. Now that's 6 pieces on here. My goodness. All right. Everything's folded. I'm going to grab piece 1, which is RE, and that would be robin egg, I'm pretty sure of. RE, robin egg, is the first one. We're going to put that over the light, making sure it's where I need it to be from how I cut it. That looks like it about right here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over and stitch it in place. Just going to stitch down that one side. I'm also going to get rid of that really long tail on both of these. My goodness. All right, so it's where I want it. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold on the line. And that didn't look like a very good folded line, Tiffany. Ooh-wee. All right, add a quarter ruler, a rotary cutter, and we're going to make a straight line. And it's not that the blade is dull, it's that this mat is really messed up from doing this. I'm this far in, and this week 15, and this mat is like, oh, so chewed up. All right. Okay. Peacock. That would be this feller right here. And I'm not sure which way it goes, so I'm going to check with the light first. And it looks like this. So this is the side that I'm sewing. Turn this around, lay it on here. I'm going to go ahead and a little bit better. I'm going to roll it back and see. And it does cover where I want it to cover. So that's good. Move the light out of the way, hold my piece, and sew it on the line between 1 and 2. Okay, and also change my stitch length. There we go. I didn't think anything of that when I started. There we go. Let's roll it back. It covers where it's supposed to. I got a new little rolly thing from a friend. She said it should save on my fingers using the bigger one, so we'll see. She knows who she is, so I thank her very much. It actually rolls really nicely, and it holds my finger underneath it, so that's nice. Okay, between 2 and 3. 3 is WT, which is Wessler, winter, water. Water. See, I really have to look. I'm straining to look over there on my page. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it first, trim away the excess. And then grab my piece, which is WT, water, and it's going to go this way, right here. So I'm going to hold it, roll it, sew it. I'm just going to pull it up a little so I can make sure that it's covering where it's supposed to, and it is. So I'm going to go ahead and sew it on between 2 and 3. Goes all the way up here. All right. I should get rid of the excess on that. It's very jaggedy. Just slivers, but it's nice and straightened up. All right. I'm going to roll it back. I'm going to use my fingers to open it and my roller to roll it. All the way. Just like that. I'm going to put a little stitch right here in the seam just to hold it in place. And now I'm going to go ahead and fold 1, 2, 3, the 4th line. So I do have to peel all this away, fold on that line. So between 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's trimmed PN. PN is Prussian. I'm not sure which way. Oh, I have it that way right here. So I'm going to grab it, flip it, sew it. Just make sure. Yep. That's the way it goes. Sew it. I'm going to trim away that excess after I make sure, yes, I do have plenty of room. Let's trim away that excess. it back. Oh my goodness, there we go. And we're going to go on to between 4 and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Make a seam allowance. The top part already has one. And grab WT, which is water again. So that would be this guy. And it looks like he goes this way right off the bat. I'm just going to flip it over to here. I'll lay it on here until it looks right. And that looks right to me. And sew it on. Needs to be sewn a little bit better right there. Let's make sure. Yep. Okay. Just rolling it. Now between 5 and 6, I need to peel this. I'm going to fold it. Come on, get out of there, paper. The paper has ripped because I did go back and kind of fix that line just a smidge. All right, folding it here. Lay this on here. Make the cut. And OK, which is peacock, is going to go right here. So this is the side I'm sewing on right here. Let's make sure when I fold it back that it covers it. Right there. That's where it's going to go. And now I'm going to sew it. Does it cover it? Oh, look at that, right to the edge. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that excess. Just a sliver. I'm going to roll it back, and then I'm going to tack that down at the edge. Okay. So it's rolled back. Everything's where I want it. I'm just going to put a little tack stitch right there at the top. It is literally, if you were to see this through the light, it is on the edge. I was cutting it close with that guy. All right. So F8E is done. Next, grab this little guy. This is just 2 little pieces on here, SG and JA. So SG is sea glass and JA is Jamaica. Just going to fold on the one line between these two. These little ones I like the best because there's not many pieces. SG is this big one. It definitely goes that way. I'm just going to make sure it's covering nicely. Tacking it down right there and right there. I'm going to fold it back on that line. Give myself a nice seam allowance. And we're going to go with JA, which is cut like this. I'm going to go ahead, and that's the side I'm sewing that I was holding. Line it up. I'm going to roll it back and make sure, because I need to adjust it down a little out right there. So that's the way it's going to go. Put it on here. It's on. and it covers, and it needs to be rolled. That little guy is now done. I'm just going to put a little stitch right here, holding it down, and there it is. So F8B, simple as that, done. Now for the next little guy. This may take a while, all these little pieces today. All right, so we're going to do F8A. I'm going to go ahead and fold on all my lines. Get them folded, make them nice. Okay, lines are folded. PD is our first one, which is pond. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to see which way I have it cut out. Looks like it goes not that way. This way? Not that way. This way? Right here. That's how I have it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it and sew it right here. All right, it's sewn in place. I'm checking with the light. It looks good. So let's fold between 1 and 2. And SS is azure. I'm just going to trim this away and grab my color SS. This one, I can tell it goes this way right here, so I'm just going to hold it, fold it, sew it. And I got a piece of funkiness right there. Just going to line it up on the line. It's a nice straight edge. I don't really need to trim it away. I'm just going to make sure it covers the top of the paper, and it does. So I'm going to sew it between 1 and 2. All right, that looks good. Fold it back. Roll it. This fits between my fingers better when I'm holding it back too. Much better. Make sure I get all that between the seam. That looks good. Peel this away now and cut right here between 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay is the next color for spot 3. Okay is peacock. Let's see. I have it this way. So this is the side I want to sew. Hold it. Line it up. I'm going to make sure I come down this direction a little bit. That looks good right there. Just got to fold it over and sew it on. There it is. I don't need to trim anything. I'm just going to fold it back. Roll. And go for PN, which is number 4. PN is Prussian. PN right here. And it looks like it's going to go like this. I'm just going to grab, fold, roll, turn over, and then sew. And that looks about good right here too. Right there. And sew it. And I don't really, I'll get rid, no, it's not bad. It's just sticking over a little. There we go. Spread it open and roll. I'm going to put a little tack stitch down here at the bottom. And a little tack stitch right here. And my piece F8A is complete. Let's go for one more right here, which is 2 pieces, F8D. I'm going to fold it and I'm going to sew this one together, put the rest of everything to keep today's video not forever in length. I will actually just put you guys in time lapse so you can still see me do all these pieces, but I seem to take longer when I'm talking through it, but at least it feels like it. Let's go that way with it. All right, one is okay on F8D. One is okay, which is peacock. I'm just going to tack it in place right here. A little tack right there. Okay, so it's where it needs to be. I'm going to fold it on the line. Make a nice, lovely straight cut right here. And LX. LX is blueprint. It looks like it goes this way. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on here. Say, ooh, it looks great. Pretty sure it's going to land great. So we're going to put it on there. Roll it back, and it goes where it's supposed to. Use my little rolling thing. And I'm going to tack down the top. And look at that. Just like that, the little two pieces go so quick. F8D is done. So I'm going to go ahead and put you in time lapse while I continue sewing all these, because this has 8 pieces and this is going to make this video very long. So we have a lot to go. And there we have it. So week 15, all put together. Everything's filed away in the book. Whew. And remember, just breathe, because I had to rip quite a few times today. A lot of the pieces were a little on the angled side, so make sure you line them up at the light, roll them back with your fingers to where you have a 1/4 inch seam, and make sure they line up before you put them down, because that next piece sits on differently than you'd think. So make sure you check that before you sew and align things, because again, week 15 made me want to scream, but I didn't. So everything's filed in the book. I mean, look at how thick that thing's getting. Obviously, it won't be as thick once we start putting all those little pieces together, but we have a few more weeks to go because we just did 92 through 97, I think. Refer to the beginning for that. I always forget. Anyway, since we just did those pages, we have a lot more to go. There was a total of, let me get that for you. There's a total of 124 pages. So not very much longer of the piecing the pages apart. I mean, if we do 6, 7, 6, 5 a week, we should get there soon enough, right? So hope you guys enjoyed. Again, Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.